Good evening, cricket lovers across the globe. Welcome to a night where history is just one match away. Here is Virat, who creates his history with his aggression. Here is Shreyas, who loves to listen silent outside the noise and score runs with his bat. Welcome to the biggest battle of the history of IPL 2K25. Here is the cricket expert with me, Mr. Gourab Pabitra. We are going to analyze some depth history of this particular event. Welcome to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
One match away to create the history of IPL 2K25. Here is the aggressive captain, Virat Kohli is waiting. And there is a captain of calm and cool. Gaurav, what do you think?
Oh, what a blockbuster way to start it off. I mean, two captains, two, I'll say in one way, similar kind of captains as far as the aggression is concerned. One always believes in making other people silent. I mean, that's how he performs, and he's done that over the years now. The great Virat Kohli. And on the other side, the captain who has always been brilliant whenever he's got chance. He's done it for KKR already and on the verge of doing it for Punjab Kings. Someone who loves to be silent and who loves to do his job when it matters the most. You have already seen that doing that already in that qualifier. So that tells you that it's going to be a cracker of a contest, as I'm really excited about those two teams who have never won a trophy playing against each other. Once again, Punjab getting another opportunity. Can they find it out? That is why this is going to be a cracker of a contest again.
It's a matter of belief. It's a matter of redemption. It's a matter of emotions. 18 years still long. They are chasing one trophy. The kind of day before yesterday matches, Shreyas are playing a very, very significant role against Mumbai Indians. Who believes? It is unbelievable knock. Still, he remains calm and cool, just one step away. What is the Shreyas plan tonight?
They will be very hard. And what will be the strategy? Of course, we're going to be talking about that. But most of the time, every time you see Shreyas coming onto the field and on the backing of the great coach, the great man himself, Ricky Ponting, what they have done is they have made sure that they become a very assured side. What happened in that match was very unfortunate for Shreyas and his team, and they should have been playing the final first, but it was the RCB who came to become the first finalist, and that tells you there's a little bit of frustration inside Shreyas about that, and he really wants to come hard at RCB again. But talking about RCB, once again, they won't be thinking twice about not lifting the trophy, because what happens is that when you go that far, and it's a drought for them for 18 years now. So this time they're also a very assured side, very dominant side. Most of the time they've already gone to the final, those 4 times, including this, but the rest of 3 times I have not seen RCB been very dominating. Of course, Kohli had wonderful seasons, but this time they are not just dominating, they're favorites as well. So, I mean, what a final we're having. New champion for the first time after a long time.
Absolutely. They're looking very, very balanced team with the bat, with the ball, with the field. We can see a different RCB side in this particular year. And talking about the Punjab point of view, they played the qualified to 1 matches against RCB, and they allowed for very small number of runs, but again they chased above the 200. What is the things behind it that Punjab can do something history in this particular match?
The last match they played against RCB was in Chandigarh, and this was the match where they played in Ahmedabad, completely different wicket, and they are gonna be playing the final on a wicket. It's the middle of the wicket, as far as I know. There are so many wickets there in Ahmedabad. It's a big ground, so plenty of wickets. But they will be playing in the middle, the mid wicket. Not the mid wicket of cricket, the position. The middle of the wicket means equal sides or boundaries to all the dimensions becomes even.
Exactly.
And what happens is that it's a mixture of red soil and black soil. So when the mixture happens in T20 cricket, you get plenty of boundaries, and that is what you can see, that every time you see scores and big matches, you see big scores in Ahmedabad. So I'm delighted, I'm excited, not just because we have already seen exciting cricket. This is a big match, a big final. you can expect a big scoring, high scoring match, unlike what happened in qualifier 1.
Absolutely. If you analyze this quickly, the 63 or 62 yards behind the square of wicket. But if you look at the straight of the wicket, it is 72. The runs will coming easily. But the wickets, how the wickets behave this particular match?
I think it's going to be a batting wicket. It's going to be some kind of true bounce will always be there, and ball will definitely come onto the bat. So I think the early on, if with the new ball, this might do a bit first 2 overs, not more than that. So if you have the bowlers, of course, both the teams have bowlers, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Josh Hazelwood, and on the other hand, you've got Asdeep Singh doing it. Of course, he's not been the best player for his side, but still big match. He might come in good at the right time. So for me, I mean, early on, first 2 overs, new ball. That is where the bowlers will get something. After that, it becomes a batsman's game. Unless you have quality spinners who can really turn it around. We've already seen like Shueyas doing that for RCB. He's been such a good bowler. Chahal might not be playing today, but Brar might come in. He might be very handy. So I think the spinners will get very little help from the wicket, but at the same time, if you have the craft, you can be very successful here. So basically, it's a batting wicket. So wicket where batsmen will love scoring.
Are you talking about the batsmen loving scoring this particular piece, but talking about the consistency of the Hazelwood, the consistency of Bhuvneshwar Kumar definitely leads some kind of the confidence for the RCB point of view. So do you think in the two night matches, Hazelwood played a significant role for the RCB point of view?
And they're very sort of used to that, because IPL is such a format where what happens is that you play in different venues and in very quick time. Today you're playing in Delhi. Tomorrow you might be playing in Hyderabad, and day after tomorrow you might be playing in Chennai. It's 3 different kinds of wickets. So they're used to that wicket. But what makes Josh Hazelwood such a good bowler, or maybe one of the best in his business, is that doesn't matter on which wicket he plays, he doesn't leave that length, that 3/4 length, or maybe slightly further here in India, but he doesn't leave that length. And he's a tall bowler, he gets the bounce, and imagine getting a little bit of seam movement, then he is one of the most dangerous bowlers. So I still think that this man, Josh Hazelwood, holds the key today for RCB.
All right, very quickly we're going to wrap up the batter side, Mayank Agarwal and Rajat Patidar. Do you think that's 2 youngster, Rajat Patidar, under the captaincy of Rajat Patidar, Mayank Agarwal getting chance as an impact player for today?
And it also tells you that at one point in time, Rajat Patidar used to play under Mayank Agarwal in domestic cricket as well. So now he's the captain and almost giving his senior pro the chance. So that's a turnaround for him. Mayank might come in, definitely. He's doing it for RCB. I'm a little concerned about Rajat Patidar, the batsman, not the captain. As a captain, he's doing a fabulous job. But in the last 4-5 matches, he has only scored 16 runs. So that tells you that the performances is not been really good. Big match, has the temperament, can he do it? That's the question now. So I think Punjab will again looking like to just break that early partnership, get that wicket of Salt, get that wicket of Kohli, and then it might be fascinating. Of course, the way I'm saying it might look very easy. You don't get the wickets of Salt and Kohli as easily as I was saying. You've got to be very special with your deliveries to get their wicket. Can Punjab do it? Of course they can. Will they do it? We'll soon find that out.
Of course, you're talking about the things, but the opening pattern of the Salt is looking absolutely destructive, and Salt roll will definitely create some pressure for the Punjab.
It has to be. I mean, Salt is a kind of a player who likes to take on the bowlers from ball number 1. He's a clean hitter of the ball. He hits big sixes, and in grounds like this where it might be a very, very big ground in terms of the capacity, but not in terms of the boundaries. So, especially square of the wicket, which is somewhere which is where Salt loves to score those runs. So, if he starts playing cricket or playing his shots, it will be like unstoppable at one point in time. So I think for Salt, spin will be a big factor. Take his wicket early. If you're not taking the wicket early, bring in the spinners, bring in the leg spinner. Suyas might be a good strategy. In fact, Brad might be a good strategy. Now, Suyas is playing in his team. I was a little confused there. Men in red both. But then, so I think Brad, if he plays, if you bring in Brad quickly against Salt, it might be a very good idea.
It might be a very good idea. Talking about Vicky, 18 is waiting. 18 years is waiting, and today is date of 3.6.2025. If you are these three numerical digits, it is 18.
Yes,
So
it is 18.
can universe wants that Virat Kohli, the jersey number 18, will hold the trophy?
I'll tell you something else is 18. Is the number of years they're waiting, as you said. The other is the 18 number of times RCB managed to win it against Punjab.
Yeah.
And it is the same for Punjab as well, 18-18 each. Because they've met 36 times and it is 18-18 for both sides. So in so many ways, it is 18 today. Maybe, as you say, the universe wants to say the message that 18 years and it's time for someone wears jersey number 18 with pride to lift that trophy.
In the previous match, RCB on the toss and they have decided to ball fast.
Don't do that. You don't do that here. I mean, I'm talking about the kind of decisions that I expected the teams to make. So here, I think bowling first will be a good strategy. No problem. You win the toss. You don't want to bat first. I know it's a final. Pressure on the board, runs on the board always puts that pressure on the opposition. But I still feel that looking at the wicket, looking at the due factor, everything, winning the toss, bowling first will be a good strategy.
Bowling first is the good strategy. How much could you expect in this particular surface?
If you are scoring less than 200, you are in trouble, my dear friend.
We are in trouble. So we will be the key player of this particular match for the Punjab point of view, if you see.
Punjab, the thing about Punjab is they're playing with 6 uncapped players. What a fabulous stat that is. I mean, you've already seen youngsters doing well. And, you look at the teams who have won IPL and you make a list of that. Most of the time, it is the young Indian uncapped players doing well and performing to the fullest, and then them lifting the trophy. There is a congruency between them. So, 6 uncapped players. Prop Simran is doing well. Priyam Arya is doing well. But you can't take your eyes off from that man who stayed silent after hitting that 6. It was just about him, swallowing that or chewing chewing gum, and then going back to, of course, the dressing room. Holding his head high and saying that we are here to win. So has to be Shreyas Iyer for me. He is the man. He's the key man for the captain himself. And for RCB, I think you also can't take your eyes from Virat Kohli, because I know there are so many players. Bowling, I'll say Hazelwood tonight. He's the man. He can make it, he can break it. But in terms of the batting and in terms of the impact, someone who's seen it all, scored runs every time in every season, has been an Orange Cap winner not just once, many times. The only thing left is lifting the trophy, and he might be very dangerous tonight because he holds one end, because he runs quickly, and at the same time, he plays big innings, and that is what you need from one of your batters. That is why, in proper cricketing sense, I feel Virat Kohli is the most important batsman for RCB.
Big matches, big pressure. How to observe the pressure in the particular situation? Talking about the performance between the last matches versus Punjab and the RCB, completely collapsed batting side of the Punjabs, and the RCB bowlers knows the weak point of the batters of the Punjab. Will the same strategy will apply in this particular match, or different strategy they will go for?
It's a very good question. I mean, RCB, I know the RCB fans will come hard at me after saying this, but RCB is the South Africa of IPL for me for 18 years now. Because they have come so close. At the time when there is pressure, they fumble. They don't perform that well. That is the thing about RCB. That is the one point of negativity, or one negative point that you want to find in that team, star-loaded team. This time the team is balanced. They're playing very good cricket, and they've been to the final most of the time, as I said, but this time being very dominant. So pressure will be on Punjab. But I think that the kind of temperament that the Punjab shows, the young talents, if they handle the pressure, that is a question, which is something that they can, because you have got the leadership group like that who always teaches you to handle pressure. They've already shown that in the big stages. And the other factor is that there are some ex-RCB players in the Punjab side. For some reason, I know this is not cricketing, but for some reason, the ex-RCB players do really well against RCB when it matters the most. So Punjab might also come hard at RCB. So this is a contest where you cannot say that one team is ahead of the other. Of course, I say RCB's favorite, but with the kind of atmosphere we have got, with the kind of the pre-decisions to whatever is happening right now, it has to be 50-50.
It has to be 50-50, but never forget, ABD, the alien is coming. The kind of energy of the dressing room of the RCB is looking absolutely healthy. And by coming of the ABD, definitely do some advantages for the RCB dugout area, and all the player getting motivated, they looking absolutely positive. But Ricky Ponting, we always see in the big match, the strategy of Ricky Ponting definitely do some effective role. And today 9 match, what is the role of the Ricky Ponting?
And I will add one thing that Ponting has seen it all. He has done it all in the big matches, World Cup, finals after finals. So once you have that experience of handling that pressure, you give it to the players who are there under you and you are coaching them. So Ponting will definitely be passing that message that just take it as a normal match. Don't think like this is a big final. But also we are forgetting the fact that the captain himself, the Shreyas Iyer, was a part of the Champions Trophy as well. Won the Irani Trophy this year. Of course, was not a part of the Ranji season, unfortunately, but won everything this year. So he also knows how to stay calm and how to be handling those pressure, even in big matches, because he was the captain when KKR lifted the trophy as well. So two of the prominent personalities definitely can say to the youngsters, all right, we've seen it all, take it easy, play the basic game of cricket. You don't really need to do so many things in a big match. So that's exactly what Punjab will be trying to do.
All right, tell you frankly, 3 players from each point of team will definitely play a very vital role in this particular match.
As I said, for RCB, for me, it is Virat Kohli. I'll say Jitesh Sharma because he's a big match player. He has the temperament. Once I was doing a little conversation with Jitesh, and Jitesh once mentioned me directly in front of the camera, said, I always believe that the big match player come good at the big matches. This was his word, exactly, quote unquote, I have to say. So I believe that this man has it. So Virat Kohli, Jitesh Sharma, Hazelwood. These are the 3 players from RCB.
And from the Punjab point of
view, I believe that Prop Simran has to be a very important player today, because if Hazelwood doesn't perform well, that means you got someone like Prop Simran who already made it count for Punjab. So Prop Simran, and of course you have to say that Shreyas Iyer will be the one. I want to see Shashank Singh doing well. I mean, there are some other players in their side, there's no doubt about that. We've already seen some great players. As I was looking at the team, there's Jemishan there, there's Asdeep Singh, but I think Shashank Singh might be very effective tonight. You might see him doing well.
All right, we're waiting to see some countless memory, some unforgettable, remarkable moment. Tonight, it's not just a game, it's emotion, it's a legacy and sort of immortality. So please watch out exactly on 7:30 of the biggest event tonight of IPL, just one match away to create the history of 2K25. 18 years waiting comes to an end after some hour. Stay tuned. Thank you very much. For this, the broadcast is going to end.